extraterrestrial entities have come to Earth, forcing people to play survival games.
From now on, you little men will receive so-called scripts, fulfill the conditions, get 300 coins, and if not, end up like this.
Kim Dokja has been reading her favorite work for a long time, the web novel 3 Ways to Survive the Apocalypse. Today, he read the last chapter, which was posted by the author of the novel. Kim still remembers the first sentence of the work: the subway car stops in the middle of the Dongho Bridge to punish fallen humanity. The gods sent unbearable trials. The main character of the novel, Yoo Heg, and his companions overcome these trials. At first, the novel was quite popular, but as the plot progressed, people began to call it unrealistic. Many stopped reading, and yet during his school years, Kim lived this story. With each update, he reread the last 2 chapters in order not to lose the narrative line, and then the number of views dropped to 1. That one person was Kim. Why read a novel for 10 years if no one else reads it? Because of the main character Eugene Hyuk, Kim envied him. His team brought enemies to their knees and never retreated. But when his comrades died, Eugene Hyuk promised himself to become even stronger. But Kim was always a weakling, which was used by bullies. Then Kim got a job at the company, and when his work contract ended, the novel ended on the same day. Kim doesn't understand why the author made Eugene Hyuk the sole survivor. What is the meaning of this ending? Kim can't accept this and has prepared a malicious review. He's taking the subway home. There he meets and Sank. She, like Kim, quit today. Another Han employee tried to drive up to the sled. She tried in every way to drive him away, even saying that she was going with Kim. Han thought that they secretly from everyone's having an affair. Kim's phone receives messages from the author. He thanks him for reading the novel. It was only thanks to Kim that the story got its end. Kim apologizes for her review. The author replies that if he doesn't like the ending, why doesn't he write his own? The officer stops abruptly. The voice says that people have switched to paid content. That's exactly what was in the novel. That cabbie appears. He understands that people are surprised, but they should listen to him. The man orders the train to start. He's already late. This enraged Toby, and he killed the man. At this moment, an exalted entity far superior to any human being has decided that humans, the most vulgar and greedy race in the universe, should be punished. People will be given scripts, and how they handle them will determine their fate. Scenario number 1 starts. Kill 1 or more living creatures within 10 minutes. For passing, they will receive 300 coins, and if they do not fulfill them, they will die. Laws and morals don't work anymore. The crowd starts beating weaker people. And Kim realized that in the next car, there is the main character of the novel, Eugene Hyuk, who has already completed his task. Kim realizes that the novel he knew has come to life, which means the future too. Before he could turn his head, a huge tail hit the car. How was it there? Kill a living creature. A living being. But he caught sight of an aquarium with ants. He gives a couple to Sang and says that he knows how to solve this problem. Kim kills an ant.
A reward of 300 coins is awarded.
But there's not enough for everyone. Khan, like the former boss, wants to take the aquarium, which increased the panic. However, Namo still wants to eliminate the person. In the novel, he was on Eugene Hyuk's team. I can kill you instead of her. Knowing the rules, Kim spends coins to increase strength and drops on Mono, which awakens the support of the constellation. Kim became much weaker, but then a flask of eggs rolled up to him. Kim bursts each of them, getting a bunch of coins, some of which he invests in endurance and agility, becoming fast enough. And there are only 30 seconds left. Naman tries to negotiate and refuse to eliminate the man, but Kim has already decided that this story does not need him. Kim protects the woman, which is why time runs out, and he dies for us. Like other people who did not have time to complete the task, Cabby congratulates people on passing the first test. The constellations like this show now people have to choose a gift from the constellations who are interested in them. You only need to choose one. Kim refuses to sponsor the constellation. Water monsters break through the bridge. Among the people there was another survivor, Lihan, also from Eugene Heck's squad. Kim tells him how to activate his personal skill. Thanks to this, Lihan opens the door and everyone gets out onto the bridge. Kim drags the Lagilla boy on her. A new task is being created to cross the bridge. This is complicated by a sea monster that completely breaks the bridge, and everyone who died on the train comes to life and pushes people. Sango manages to activate her skill by creating a passageway. Kim shouts that soon there will be poisonous gas, they need to go down to the subway. There, in one of the future, John He died. Kim does not want to find out what will happen to their world if John Hyuk dies and intends to help him. John Hyuk calmly destroys zombies and asks Kim why he died to us and their world has changed. Kim replies that he has nothing to do with it. John Heg activates the lie detector skill, revealing a lie. Kim pretends that he has the skill of a prophet and talks about the future. John Heg offers to meet, already in the subway, and throws him into the water, where Kim is devoured by snakes. Apparently, I'm going to die first. This launched Kim's personal subquest to kill the monster. That's where Cabby continues to lead the star stream. Kim calls it Kebby by his real name. Ben striking Kebby. Kim doesn't even hide her knowledge about the star stream. He offers to close the stream for a couple of minutes and talk, then Kebby starts an advertising break. Kim has developed a plan. He wants Baihan to get promoted and even reach the final first rank to Kebby. But to do this, he will have to sign an exclusive contract. And Kim will do everything possible to attract new constellations to his personality, which will increase the flow of donations. Kim checked the account, and even now the donations are flowing like a river. Ben agrees to sign a contract with a cash profit of 50-50. Then Kim buys a couple of items that can block the flow of acid. This will kill the monster. The problem is that there are a lot of them. After a while, Kim passed the script. 10,000 coins are supposed to be paid for this. But Kim is not interested in this, but in the core of the monster, which Ben has to put up for auction in exchange for ether. Ben also gives a small gift in honor of signing the contract, a starter package, in which Kim is interested in the gas mask. No sooner had Kim come ashore than dozens of constellations offered to become his sponsor. Kim asks Ben to turn off all alerts. During a snack, Kim found a surviving girl, even helping her get to the subway. This girl turned out to be Jeon Hyein, who was almost killed by local bandits. Thanks to Roman, Kim knows this punks. He invests money in the force and scatters each of them. A man came to the noise who not only turned out to be the local head, but Kim doesn't even know him. There were also his acquaintances from the train. Lee Gil has awakened the skill of controlling insects and can talk to them. Sangha says that the leader's name is Inho. He convinces people to hunt monsters and share coins with people. Kim realizes that John Hyuk is not here. This makes one wonder if his decisions could have changed the story of the novel. The group announces that in a couple of hours they have to pay for accommodation. Inho started rumors that Kim has a lot of coins as he saw how he scattered the entrance group. Kim recalls Inho he was a bad person from the novel and would not give his coins. In reality, Inho sold himself to the constellation, becoming a partial monster. Kim crafts weapons and the squad goes into the tunnel. He says that bandits kill people and take their money, pretending that they pulled them out of monsters. Walking in pitch darkness is not very cool. And then Ligil summons fireflies, running up the monsters. And although they managed to fight back, Sang was captured and dragged away. They found her in the Rat Temple. Their new mission is to destroy the Guardians of Darkness. Kim attacks the monster, but his force field repels the attack. Lee Hyen's pressure forced the monster to jump to the ceiling and summon an illusory prison that can capture a person's mind, sending him into the most terrible memories. Kim pulls Hyein out of the grip, but Lihen can't free her. The blow knocked out a couple of crystals. Kim asks Bayuan to open a store where he wants to buy the energy of a white star. But there is not enough money for this. You have to kill several monsters, earning the missing amount. The white star strengthened the weapon, sending the boss to the next world. It destroys the illusion. As a reward for passing, Heaven received daggers, a Lihen glove, a Ligil helmet, and Kim a stub of a sword. If you add the Ether of Faith, the sword will take on a different form. Legal wondered what the stones have fallen out during the fight. Kim replies that with their help, you can impose an illusion on yourself, and the squad returns to the station. Havona takes revenge on the bandits, for which the constellation grants her a skill that helps fight evil. Inho has to join the battle, breaking through the column. He's strong enough, but he wins anyway. People stop the girl. They don't want this assignment to end. It is much better to always give money for accommodation and not go out on a new test. Suddenly, it will be very dangerous. The crowd collects the dropped coins from the bandits. Inho is trying to escape. Haven catches up with him, but the force field does not allow him to leave the station. No sooner had Inho taunted than he receives a field released by Li Ji. She says that in order to get out of prison, they need to complete a new task. A voice announces that there are 104 survivors at the station. They are given 10 minutes to get on the green zone. There are only 52 of them. The head of the other group, Pildu, captured the best zone. To prevent anyone from entering their territory, he uses a defensive skill, private territory. Kim asks the team to split up and find green areas. Does Jim show up to deliver a message from Eugene Heck? He wants Kim to leave his group and survive alone all that night. Fortunately, Kim had knowledge of hidden green areas. At the same time, monsters burst into the station 10 minutes later and kill everyone who did not have time to enter the green zone. Kim tells the team where to find the secret zones. Instead of running away from monsters, you need to run straight to their spawn. Kim was carrying Lee Gil to one of these zones, but there was already Eugene Hyuk standing there, who is strong enough not to use the zone at all, but is not going to leave. Kim gives Lee to Gilya, and he eats the crystal. Kim is transported to the finale of the novel where Yoon Jun Hyung sacrificed all of humanity to survive. All because after dozens of rebirths, he realized that people are solid garbage. After a while, Kim regains consciousness. None of his crew died. Kim remembers that today Eugene Hyuk has to resist the fire dragon and will most likely die. Ben announces that the constellation did not like their game. Only one zone will now be available in the punishment. It appears right under the Pelda. Kim wants to buy Pelda using all the accumulated money. Peldu happily agrees and gives the platform away. To everyone's surprise, Kim breaks it down, adding that if people were fighting for their lives, they were hiding, victims could be avoided. Before leaving, he asks Pilda to protect people. Pildu allows people to enter his VIP zone and launches all his weapons. The monsters went on the attack. The ice holds them back with a hail of bullets. And those who ran, the team finishes off. A fire dragon appears. Eugene Heck immediately attacks him. The constellations did not like that a high-level player entered the scenario, which is why they increased the complexity. The entire station moves into space, and the dragon is covered with armor. With just one blow, Eugene Heck's weapon breaks. The dragon deals damage, but Eugene Hika does not give up. Kim uses objects to the starter kit, which can protect from fire. Sangha pulls out Eugene Hyuk, and Kim enters the fight. The dragon's flame can't kill him. A huge beetle arrives to help them, which Lee Gil can control. But his pain is also transmitted to him. The dragon easily defeats the beetle. Lihen can't watch his friend get hurt and also attack the monster. The glove causes an energy shield. Thanks to well-coordinated work, the squad drives the dragon into a dead end, forcing the dragon to take off. Shortly before that, Kim says that the dragon can only be killed by a blow to the heart, but the attacker will also die. But an item that allows you to revive a person will fall out of the dragon. Li Ji breaks through the plate protecting the dragon's heart. By this time, Eugene Heck has dealt with the extras and is attacking the dragon again, but dies from his attacks. All people start to evaporate. At that moment, the core was bought on the market. Kim received the ether of faith. Now he can turn the sword into a stronger version, against which the dragon will not stand. Thanks to the award, Eugene Heck was resurrected. All people rejoice in victory, but this is only the beginning of their trials. And I have found friends, and together with them we will now write our own finale.